Hey guys, welcome back to Taste of Victory. Today we got some more Chronobattle gameplay for you, the automated fan-made sim by Evil Slur. So today I'm excited to test green because the card pool isn't too different from our booster set English 1.0 right now, because green is one of those colors without a structure deck, so there isn't too much variety in the way you can build it early into the game's lifestyle. So I would suggest, like, if you're playing 1.0 IRL and you don't want to run Rust Tyrannomon, this is a pretty good base. I would just switch out 2 Mushroomons and 2 Palmons for 4 of the Agumon, take out Lilymon for Metal Tyrannomon, and then rest is up to your preference. The number of options is definitely up to you. I'm running a Titamon focused build because coupled with Hornbuster, he's able to run over Omnimon, the biggest threat in 1.0. I run it on Hornbuster at 4 too for its security effect because it lets you rest and then add to your hand. So then after already resting your opponent's threat, you still get to boost up your Titamon to a DP level that can run over the opponent when paired with your inheritable DP increasing effects. We do have the One Dimension Scissor, as it's a pretty clutch card when it comes up, but it doesn't always come up too often. Maybe run it up at 2 so you would actually see it, but other than that, there's nothing too crazy, I feel like, in the decisions here, so let's go ahead and get into this duel. Okay, so we're going to decide who goes first. Alright, so it looks like I'm going first, winning the game of rock, paper, scissors. Alright, game automatically sets up security in hand for you, always convenient. I really like the pace at which it does that with. It really helps speed games up. Because in real life, it's really not that bad, but Tabletop Simulator, you gotta do everything manually, like indirectly, is how I like to think of it. So it really does speed things up. Alright, so we got a pretty good opening hand here. I like our options because we do have a clear path to Digivolve into. So let's go ahead and Digivolve. I'm going to Digivolve into Palmon because I want to save our 2-cost rookies for their on-cost plays. And we do have the 1-cost Digimon, so let's go ahead and Digivolve into them to memory choke our opponent at only 1 memory. So let's see what our opponent is playing. I'm not sure off the top of my head since it's random match, not random matchmaking, but you know. Okay, so we got a blue opponent here, and he's starting off with Wanyamon. And then he Digivolves into Gomamon, which is pretty good because it gives you that +1 when destroyed inheritable effect. So if you pair it with like a blocker or something, it could get you a lot of momentum. So my turn, going to go ahead and move into the battle area. He sets us back at 1 memory again. He's got a Garurumon in racing area, so he's got a good stack right now for Metal Garurumon if we wanted to do that. So we can Digivolve into Lilymon, leave him with 1 memory, or we could go wide and still leave him with 1 memory. Let's go ahead and Digivolve. Alright, so our opponent goes ahead and move. There definitely would have been merits to going wide or Digivolving either one last turn. I wanted to go wide for the extra draw, so now we have more options to Digivolve our egg into. We'll still have the ability to go wide next turn. So let's see what our opponent does. So he goes into Pseudomon, discard the bottom 2 Digivolution sources, which I'm not too worried about in this card. So I do have Hornbuster, so if I need to beat over something with Titamon, I'm okay with that. Go ahead and Digivolve into Palmon. So, alright, so we got to draw off him into Titamon. So let's go ahead and start going wide now, because that still leaves to 0 memory, so it's still our turn. So let's go ahead and Digivolve into Titamon, and then we'll pass turn like that. Because we do have options to Digivolve into our raising area and our field next turn with Titamon. So our opponent goes ahead and reveals Upamon. Digivolves into Elecmon and then reveals Elecmon, so he's getting some good wide board presence right now. If he does Digivolve into his Mega, he can't do anything with it this turn. He'll pass turn, in which case I will be gladly happy because then I can just rest it. No, I would not be able to attack with Titamon this turn. So my opponent is starting to go a bit wide, but he can't Digivolve into a Mega without passing turn, so I'm not too worried about what he can Digivolve into right now from the BT1 meta. So he's go ahead and thinking his turn through. Okay, Garurumon in the racing area, so that starts doing off with 2 memory, not too worried. So now we got a pretty wide boarding to start swinging, but rather comfortably. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and Digivolve Palmon into... Actually, well, Titamon. Yeah, let's go into Titamon for its inheritable effect. Attack security with Titamon, rest Elecmon with Lilymon's inheritable, and then destroy it with Titamon. Now it is at 6,000 because of its inheritable. So let's see here. Should I Digivolve again? So I'm going to Digivolve again, because it is still my turn with Digimon, so that makes this swing into security just a little bit safer and likely to survive. So let's go ahead and do that. And Memory Spark, so that unfortunately, or Vulcan's Hammer, so that unfortunately does pass turn to him without me being able to Digivolve again. I would have been able to get into an ultimate, leaving him with the same memory, so that is unfortunate. It takes up one of my turns away. But we did get him down to 3 memory, 2 bodies on board, so I'm not too worried. Again, he would not be able to Digivolve into any Mega other than Plesiomon, and he wouldn't be able to do anything. And even then, he would trade at best, from what I understand. Yeah, at best he would trade if he did want to do that with my Titamon, which I don't see being too bad for him, but seeing how close he is to a potential Omnimon, I would not agree with that play if he wants to just do a trade for a trade. Upamon is not going to go off anytime soon either, since I have nothing with no Digivolution sources, unless he has another Zudomon, in which case either way he'll be passing turn. So he does go into Plesiomon, so here we'll see if he wants to go for the trade. I do realize now that he has that Gomamon in its stack, so he would get 1 memory off that, still keeping it his turn, letting him do another Digivolution, and giving him a better memory choke, leaving me with less memory. So let's see what he's gonna do. I would not agree with an Onimon play here, because I believe the 6 memory would give me too much. It wouldn't be enough momentum for him, especially since he wouldn't be able to attack. So it looks like he's gonna go on my board. Let's see what he wants to do. If he wants to trade, because if he does trade, he does get that 1 memory. But he's just going to take out my Combitariumon, and I'm fine with that since Vegemon is the stronger one between the two. I'd rather have him on board and can still go into Akuamon next turn. If we could draw into Dimension Scissors, we might be able to get that combo off of Akuamon. But for now, I'm not too worried. Since next turn, okay, so he sends Titamon back to my hand, but he did pay me 7 memory, so I'm not too worried about that. Blue Cross Freeze, or what is this card called? It's not that, is it? Ice Wolf Claw is one of Blue's only removal options in this format, but I'm really not too scared of that card because, truthfully, it's not that good of a removal. It sends it right back into my hand, so as we saw, and it gives me so much memory, and as we saw, we have Akuamon, so I could, with how cheap Titamon is, I could literally just Digivolve right back into Titamon. It doesn't worry me in the slightest. And then I don't have to worry about trading because I have Hornbuster now. There's only 1 memory I can use on Titamon. So I will attack Plesiomon, and then I get 1 memory off that, so I'm still at 3. So I was at 3 and then get 2 because of Gomamon. So it's a good opportunity to memory choke. And we will do just that. Play Tentomon. So, in retrospect, I should have Digivolved into Titamon and held on to Palamon, since if I was going to hardcast a rookie anyways, I would have gotten it. I didn't notice Titamon in my hand though, but that's fine. We're still in a good position with a lot of momentum on our side. My opponent goes ahead and Digivolves into Gomamon. So his Upamon is live now if he wants to swing. He looks like he has a pretty hefty hand, but maybe he still needs to dig for something. You know, that could all be something that he doesn't need. So looks like he's going to go ahead and swing. Going to swing on security because he can't go into my... And he dies to my security. Lilymon destroys Garurumon, 2 high DP. Did they trade or was that higher? Curious. Way higher. So that's destroyed. Seeing how my opponent's playing, I'm not too sure he has a good of a hand. Yeah, so that go ahead and pass his turn for him, so I'm going to move. 1 memory, I'm going to Digivolve. Yeah, for 1 memory, I will Digivolve into... Let's Digivolve into Vegemon, so my swings are safe for this turn, because he would be swinging with 7k. So let's go ahead and attack security. And Omimon, so probably shouldn't attack with him first, because I would have liked to kept it on the field. And there goes another one. Let's see if Vegemon gets to live so I can attack next turn for game. And yep, not again. But that is fine, because we do got the 2-cost rookies, and at this point we could just rookie rush it. Unless my opponent's got some crazy blocker plays or something set up, that it will be game. I think the most crucial thing was that he did that removal with Ice Wolf Claw. It was just too much memory to send it back to my hand. When I already had cheap evolutions just climb back up to it quickly, it gave me too much momentum and my opponent wasn't really able to recover from that. He's going to go ahead and swing in security, try to get something out of this, and Titamon destroys it. So he is at 3 memory because of the Goemon now, so he could at least play some rookies without passing turn, but he goes ahead and goes into Grizzlymon, which is good because that does buy him another turn. So let's see what we could do here. We can't attack because I'll just die then. So, unfortunately we only have these 2 costs, but I do want to draw. Actually, let's just try and go wide so we don't have to worry about getting blocked like that again. Digivolve into Titamon. And that does choke him with 1 memory, so if he attacks with that to try and chip away security, he'll just pass turn. He probably won't want to since it's a blocker. And if he plays basically anything after his free rookie, if he plays anything basically after his free rookie Digivolution, it'll pass turn. So there's not too much opportunity for my opponent to come back at this point if there's nothing he could do to get rid of one of these cards right now. Excuse me. So he does get another rookie on the field. So thankfully, that was an expensive play, and we draw into Flower Cannon. So that is game, because I only need to rest one of these, and then if he blocks, I could just attack for game with the other card. So he could go ahead and block, it doesn't matter, because he could block one, but he can't block both, and that will be game. So that was a pretty fun game. I enjoyed testing out green. We made some misplays, definitely, both me and my opponent definitely made some misplays, not being sure of what I was playing in my hand, but it was pretty good overall. Chronobattle is very fun, and I seriously can't wait for more cards to be added to the card pool, which again, whenever they come, they come. I'm in no rush, since we do have Tabletop Simulator and other ways to play the game now, which I've been testing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun recording it. I hope you find this useful. Maybe you want to use the deck for yourself. Go ahead, let me know how your results come out. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys again soon. And until then, remember to stay hungry until you get a taste of victory.